Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Loot. My name's Captain Shaq, host of the original XP Gamers, and I'm not filling in or taking over for Tabby. She's definitely coming back. She's got an episode coming up, but I just had to do an episode of this because it doesn't really fit with the original XP Gamers channel all about modding. This is all about loot, awesome stuff that we've grabbed on sale on Steam. Now, out of nowhere, Tabby picked up a game for me, and I am completely addicted to it, and that's Dragon Commander. This game is crazy. So, in a nutshell, if I can get this game into a nutshell, it is a game about commanding armies, kind of like Civilizations, and kind of like Command and Conquer, mixed with the ability to turn into a freaking dragon. It's so much fun. So how it starts out is you're on this ship. A little bit of backstory, right when you start out, you find out that your father is emperor of the land, but he's betrayed by his children. So your siblings go and conquer different areas of the continent, and then go to war with each other with these massive war machines. You, being the bastard son, who is half human, your father, and half dragon, your mother, who took human form, it is now your quest to reunite the Empire by taking out all your siblings. You're aided in this task by an old wizard and a friend of your father's, who says that you're going to be the rightful emperor and you're going to bring peace to the land and destroy all the massive war machines. So once you get the little backstory out of the way, you are introduced to a couple of your generals. Now, through gameplay, you get more generals, and eventually you get a full-on cabinet of political advisors, all representing the various races of the land. So, the undead and the elves, you've got the dwarves and their lust for gold, and they all have very different political agendas.
Isn't this a world gone topsy-turvy? I've declared you Emperor, and you don't even know my name. Sir Falstaff Silvervein, Commander. Born and bred neath the Emerald Mountains.
And what's interesting is you don't just play a warlord. You play a warlord for sure, because you're trying to conquer the territories and take them back, but you also play the Emperor. You play the role, the diplomatic role. So you've got to make decisions that affect the war, kind of. Decisions like, should you legalize euthanasia? Should you legalize narcotics, like marijuana and all these other drugs? Should you institute public health care? Now, I've got probably about 5 or 6 hours into the first chapter, and I find it very challenging. The actual strategy portion of the game, once you use the strategic table on your ship, zooms onto this Risk-style, Civilization-style game, where you move your troops and build new units and build buildings and whatnot. It's very turn-based. But then once a battle actually starts, you have a choice of having one of your generals command the battle. Each general has a strength and a weakness. Some are just generally better tacticians. Or you can have the Imperial Army do it, which will be free because you have to pay the generals a certain amount of gold to actually fight the battles for you. Or you can take personal command of your military on the field. And this is when the game turns into that Command and Conquer style. So now you have a base, you're building troops, it's all real time, you have these big war machines, very cool. And the flip of this is, you can turn into a friggin' dragon on the fly once you have enough resources, and it's not that much. You can turn into a dragon pretty early in a match. Fly around, blowing up enemy units while trying to command your troops. There's a lot of micromanagement, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a ton of fun. If I had only one complaint with this game, it would have to be the units. You have such a perspective, even when flying around, you're pretty high above the battlefield, so you don't really get a close-up look at your units. And these aren't your traditional medieval-style units that you would think with a land full of dwarves and elves and undead. They are these big robotic mechanical machines, which is a cool concept, but in reality what you get is these units that you can't really see clearly, and you have to pretty much just imagine what they are. The larger ships and the balloons are pretty easy to figure out, but these units, these like mech units, they're not really all that interesting, and there's no real connection to these are people under your command. It's more like these are robots that I'm sending out to get blown up. But overall, an amazing game so far, and I'm really enjoying it. And I hope you guys check it out. I highly recommend this one. Alright guys, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button here on the XP Gamers 2 for more content from myself and of course Tabby. This is her channel after all. And as always, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time.